I've been teaching theory, I've never done practice. When I went home, when I went home that day, I couldn't sleep. I'm like, yeah, this guy came and told me this. Like, okay, I'm only a theoretical guy. I have no practical experience. Now, it's not magic. Next day morning, I didn't wake up like Superman, tear my shirt, and then I go and incorporate it. It didn't happen. That bug didn't bite me. But what he said stayed with me for a long time. But within a year's time, I don't know, maybe he was the catalyst, one of my students. I quit my job and I came home and my wife was there, my mother was there, and I told both of them, I don't want to go back into corporate. If you are in a South Indian middle class family with a very, very good job, stable salary, somebody like you going in and you're only 2 or 3 years into your marriage, your mother knows you're crazy anyway, your wife also now certifies that, you want to quit a stable job and get into entrepreneurship? I said, yeah. Do you even know what it means beyond the books? So I said, I don't know, I'll figure out. I said, on whose expense? So I said, we are married now, you have to support me, no? You do crazy things and you come and ask me to support you, that's not going to work. But that was the conversation we had. But then, you know, my wife knows I'm a special kind of crazy. After 1 week she didn't speak to me. Now after 1 week again I went to her, I want to start. Then she understood, this guy is not going to leave until he starts something because he's got the itch. So then she said, okay, give me 2-3 days, let me think about it. My wife is a chartered accountant, so she works with numbers. So she basically every wife is a chartered accountant. But still. So, and my mother is a banker, if that helps. So, my mother is a 40 years retired banker, my wife is a chartered accountant approaching 40, so you know how it is at home. Getting a single rupee out is very difficult. So both of them said, okay, let us both think about it. And when two ladies in your house think together, unity, it's a very dangerous proposition. After 2 days, they said, okay, we have come to a decision. We will give you the money you need to start and we'll give you 3 years. But if you can't return the money within 1,000 days and you don't break even, keep your mouth shut and never speak about entrepreneurship in this house again. I said, okay. I've convinced the 2 toughest VCs in the world in my house to invest in me. So I said, okay, maybe I have something going for me. So the first thing I want to say today is in entrepreneurship, the first principle is think bold, move fast, and be real. Now, this is a paradigm in terms of authenticity. You know, like if you look at the Google algorithm also, they have something called expertise, trust, and authority. And please, 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 before you start a business, you'll read all Richard Branson and you'll say, even if you don't know how to do something, you jump first and then figure out how the parachute will open. 9 out of 10 people will die. Don't do this. Do not start something you have no clue about. At least have some basic allied thing towards that. Why I say this, and I'm unashamed to say it on camera, now there is a new virulent industry which has started. Apologies to the people in this area, they're called life coaches. They have not lived life even, they have started coaching people. And my wife says, they really pay money for all this? Like seriously? This is criminal because you are abusing a mentally weak person and giving him hope when you also don't know what tomorrow will bring. So unless you have been through adversity, you cannot be an adversity coach. Unless you have 6 packs, you will not go to a gym coach. Just imagine, you are going to a gym. You will see how his or her body is first, right? If you yourself can't be the proof of concept, then what are you going to train? So, the first principle is think bold, move fast, and stay real. The second part of moving fast, why no? A lot of people are married to their idea. This is very dangerous in a VUCA world where things are moving very, very fast. If you don't reinvent, adapt, and pivot fast, you are going to perish. Now, just 2 weeks ago, there was a new concept released by Harvard Business Review called OPB, 1% billion, or the 1% unicorn entity. which says that by 2030, there are going to be companies which are having a market cap of $1 billion with only one employee and no physical premise. With the advent of AI and agentic AI and everything, you are able to do this. Now there's nothing to fear. AI is like a trained dog. If you learn how to ride the dog, it will serve you well. But if you don't train the dog properly, the same dog will bite you also. So you have to be friendly with that dog. There is no escaping that. So think bold, move fast, and stay real. Unless you build trust, nobody is going to buy from you. And those who are your friends will never buy from you. That's a different story. And they will want everything for free. Now you will do this for free. Like, I've lost a lot of friends after I became an entrepreneur. Okay, this is the first tip, that you are being successful when your circle gets small but your network gets big. Okay, you understood what I meant. Those who are your friends will stop being your friends because you don't have time to go to the parties anymore. You don't have time to do time pass anymore because time is your biggest commodity. Those who are able to maximize their time means get 48 hours out of 24 by outsourcing their tasks or delegating their tasks. They are the masters of tomorrow. That brings me to the second topic. When you're an entrepreneur beginning, you don't have much resources and there's a great impetus that you want to do everything yourself. You will die fast. Nothing is going to happen. Please outsource and understand that there are specialists. Pay money. It's good you want to learn everything, but you don't do your own haircut yourself, right? I know some people buy trimmers and do it, confuse people, but don't do that. There is a specialist for a particular purpose. You go to a surgeon, you can learn that on YouTube also, but you'll end up cutting something else. There is the problem. The second principle in entrepreneurship is the grit to growth mindset. Like a lot of people fail. That's okay. It's good to fail. Any entrepreneur who is not failed is not worth his or her salt. But in life, in Toastmasters contest, leadership, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, you will fail invariably. But if you give up and run away, you have permanently failed. If you fail and you learn and again fail in a different category and learn a new mistake, that's not failure in itself. If you are not failing and failing fast and bouncing back, you are not developing a grit mindset. Like if you've seen the great Rocky movies, until the last round he keeps getting beaten. And last round he will come. But the point is, before that, you have to survive to thrive. ऐसा नहीं कि मार खाते रहो, then where is the money, right? Come on, you're getting beaten, your morale is broken, your bank balance is broken, everything is broken. Suddenly you're like, okay, what? And I'm not telling you this is theory. When I started my business, 365 days, I have sent 700 proposals. Not one of them clicked. I have done nothing wrong. I have studied consulting. I was working with a big four entity. I was doing so many things. I know the pricing. I know the commercials. Even I have influence within the companies where I sent the proposals to. Nothing is clicking. You're doing the process. Everything is happening. Nothing is doing. It's sort of like trying to make a baby. You try, then God has to give also, right? You can try and try and try. You go to the gynae, you do your semen analysis. Everything is perfect, but you can't conceive. It's not your problem. Everything has a right time. So for 9-10 months, I have sent 600 plus proposals. By the time I reach October, November, because when you start, you're like, okay, I'm in a corporate job. The same people will come and support me even when I quit entrepreneurship. Business to aisa aayega, everybody's talking great things about me. When you're alone, no, you're really, really alone. After some time, your wife and mother also will stop talking to you. This guy's crazy. He's not making money. He's talking some weird ideas. Nothing is happening also. Every day he's sitting in front of the laptop. Kya ho raha hai? In November, December, I was so depressed that I actually put an advertisement in the paper, because in Dubai, when you have to wind up your license, you have to give a dissolution notice. So I'm actually standing in the queue waiting to dissolve the business, and then suddenly I get a